Good morning again, everyone. I call upon the College Chaplain, Father Michael Wall, to read the conferring blessing.
Slucht as lidder nef pól cig na hefisig. Sinnéan fó a dhéma mo glúine I bhíne se an ahar on an mítar gach clown nav agus talamh. Go dtugadh sé díomh as olbhathas a glóra, go bhaigh sibh neart agus cumas in bhéanach trín spirid. Go méid Christ I bhú grí trí credibh, agus go méid sibh préomhathe agus bunathe sa gró, lí go bhéidigh sibh féin agus an níomh go léir, ad agus lehead, agus irde agus dainas a hiiscint. Go gurigh sibh ódas a gró Christ atá as chun tuiscine, as go líon for sibh, de líon bhreacht umlán dé. Glór don té úd a bhéidir ó I bhad níos mó dhéanamh, ná mar a díorfamis, nó smínig féin Tríd an cócht atá ag obair uning. Glór go raibh ges an aglas agus I Christ, Isa, ó glún, go brach na brethe. Amen.
I am pleased to call on the Vice President for Research of the University of Limerick, Professor Norley Kennedy, to formally convene a meeting of the University for the purposes of conferring academic awards.
President, Mary Immaculate College, members of the Mary Immaculate College Governing Authority and trustees, members of An Comhairle Acadúil, faculty members, distinguished guests, families, friends and graduates of the class of 2023. A meeting of the university is hereby convened for the purpose of conferring academic awards. Exercising the power to the University of Limerick granted by Oireachtas Éireann, I hereby confer awards of the university on the graduates of the Faculty of Education. Students not present are hereby conferred in absentia.
I am pleased to call on the Deputy Chairperson of the Board of Trustees and Governing Authority of Mary Immaculate College, Dr. Anya Lawler, to make an address of welcome.
Professor Norley Kennedy, Vice President for Research at University of Limerick, Professor Eugene Wall, President of Mary Immaculate College, members of Mary Immaculate College Governing Authority and trustees, members of An Comhairle Acadúil, the Academic Council, faculty members, families, friends and graduates of the class of 2023. Díomh go léir agus 100 míle fáilte roimh go dtí an ócáid speisialta seo Brunna Dávachtaí Acadúla I Galáiste gan Small. A very warm welcome to this very special occasion, the conferring of academic awards here in Mary Immaculate College. As Deputy Chair of the Trustees and of the Governing Authority, I am deputising today for the Chair, Bishop Brendan Leahy. Bishop Brendan regrets that he cannot be with you today, but he sends you all his very warmest congratulations and best wishes. This is a great day of celebration for you, the graduates, and I offer each of you my sincere congratulations on having achieved your award in your chosen area of study. I note that there are 55 award titles in all listed for the 4 conferring ceremonies over these 2 days. And this is testament to the breadth and depth of opportunity available to the 5,000 plus students of this college. Mary Immaculate College was founded 125 years ago, originally as a Catholic college of education to educate primary school teachers, and we see how it has expanded since then. Over the years, the college has earned a good reputation, a fine reputation, for the quality of its work in education and in the liberal arts. And the college mission underpins this statement. The college statement underpins this work. And it states that the college community provides promotes excellence in teaching, learning and research at undergraduate and postgraduate levels. It seeks to foster the intellectual, spiritual, personal and professional development of students within a supportive and challenging environment that guarantees the intellectual freedom of staff and students. In particular, the college seeks to foster in its students a spirit of justice and compassion in the service of others, together with an openness to the religious tradition and values of each individual. The college promotes a sense of identity enriched by an awareness of its Catholic tradition, the cultures, languages and traditions of Ireland, and its special commitment to the Irish language. Mary Immaculate College respects cultural diversity. It strives to promote equity in society and to provide an environment where all have freedom and opportunity to achieve their full potential. And I hope that you, the graduates today, can identify with the mission statement from your experience here in the college. I believe the opening words, the college community, are particularly significant because Mary Immaculate College is a wonderful community, a vibrant group of people encompassing students and staff where there is cooperation, collaboration, mutual respect and a willingness to engage. And as a member of the trustee group and of the governing authority, I am aware of the excellence in teaching, learning and research which is undertaken by the dedicated, committed staff of the college, under the leadership of President Wall and his senior management team. And for that I say congratulations and thank you to each and every one of you. And I'm going to digress here, as I did yesterday, with the President's permission, to say that I owe a debt of gratitude also to this college. I mentioned that the college started 125 years ago. Doing the maths, I think you divide that by 2 and you get something like 62 and a half, if I'm right. Well, nearly half of that 125 years, nearly half of that period, I have been associated with the college because I came here as a student at 17 years of age in 1967. And I graduated in 1969 as a fully fledged primary school teacher. Well, qualified anyway, whatever, but fully fledged. And I also remembered yesterday that, if you like, there was a university aspect to it then, because a number of us were able to submit our senior final papers in Irish, English, and in 2 elective subjects. We had to do a second elective subject to get first arts from the National University of Ireland. It was called the First University Common. So we exited with a qualification and we were on the journey towards a further qualification. Now, I'm very grateful to Mary Immaculate College for all it has done for me, because when we were here as students, we worked hard, but it paid off. We were expected to work hard. The standards were very high, and we were very happy here. So, as I say, Mary Immaculate College means a lot to me, and everywhere I go, I promote it, and I say it is a wonderful college. It has gone from strength to strength. I mentioned about it being expanded, greatly expanded. A lot of the older buildings are still the same, or more or less the same, but as you can see, the estate has grown enormously, and I suppose the enhancement of the estate is due in no short measure to previous presidents, President Peadar Cremen and President Michael Hayes, and continued by the current President Eugene, and under the very careful financial management of the Vice President, Head of Finance, Michael Keane, who sits over there at the end. So thank you to all the college community for all you've done for us. Thank you. And ultimately, the reputation of Mary Immaculate College rests with the graduates, who are living proof of the quality of the education they receive here. Mary Immaculate graduates are highly regarded and are sought after and valued in the workplace, at home and abroad. Congratulations and thank you to all the graduates of 2023 in anticipation of your role in keeping the Mary Immaculate College name in lights and keeping the flag flying into the future. At the Link graduation last Saturday, I spoke about the coordinator's role in promoting a culture of care in their early childhood care and education settings. So whatever your reward here today, whatever your role in the future, whatever your setting, I hope that you too will promote a culture of care, being mindful of a spirit of justice and compassion in the service of others, and providing an environment where all have freedom and opportunity to achieve their full potential, as promoted in the mission statement. That culture of care comes from the heart, from your heart, and it is a labour of love, a true labour of love. You've worked very hard to achieve the award you are receiving here today, and I hope that you can relax now and enjoy the fruits of your labour with your families and friends. And many of them will have supported you and helped you along that journey. And thank you to each of them. So enjoy your day. Heartiest congratulations again, and every good wish for the future. Cogard Keso Cree, Garth Mila Mahagwef.
I now call upon Professor Noor-Lee Kennedy, Vice President for Research of the University of Limerick, to make her address.
Members of Governing Authority and Academic Council, distinguished guests, graduates, families, friends and colleagues, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to this conferring ceremony. I must begin by offering my warmest congratulations on completing this hugely important part of your learning journey. Today marks a milestone in your own personal development and further learning, but also in the support of the education of others. For you, the graduates of today, your educational journey may be continuing with further study, while for others it may end as you take your awards back to the workplace or indeed begin your working lives. Whatever path you've chosen, your success is hard-earned, highly valued, and above all, a credit to you and your support network. As Anya said, no one gets to graduate without any type of award, without a great deal of hard work, commitment, and some degree of self-sacrifice. And all of you came to education with that basic desire to help others fulfil their potential. And by fulfilling your own potential here at Mary Immaculate College, you are now equal to that task. You've put yourselves at the heart of this most valuable human endeavour, to empower others to empower themselves. You have prevailed in your ambitions, and your graduation marks a significant milestone on your personal journey of growth and on your quest to fulfil your goals and nurture your aspirations. You should be very proud of your achievement. Your family, friends and tutors are also very proud of you, and together you should all savour this moment. Your success and achievements through the various programmes you've taken will ensure that many generations to come will continue to prosper. Today is also a day to thank the tutors who've worked with such passion and commitment to educate you, the educators of tomorrow, and to thank everyone who stands behind you, offering the support that just can't be measured. It's also a day, though, to thank yourselves for having the perseverance to see your ambitions through and bringing your education to the end that it is today. Today is also a day to have great pride in achieving your award and meeting the exacting standards of this institution. Note also that your graduation is of great importance to society. Some of you may leave higher education to put into practice what you've learned to date and to develop your professional experience and expertise in novel and challenging contexts, maybe as part of a team, as leaders and as engaged citizens. Others among you may now continue or later on your educational journey. Whatever route you choose, be confident in your choice and be open to the new learnings and experiences you will encounter. Our social rejuvenation will be supported by the addition of people like you, bringing your skills, your creativity and commitment into our educational settings. The young minds of tomorrow and all those you will educate across your careers are assured a professional and progressive learning and development experience. Making a difference and enhancing change are key goals and guiding attributes for us as educators. During your time at Mary Immaculate, you have developed many transferable skills that will enable you to make that difference and enhance that change. Today, you join a global community of the alumni from Limerick, the many people who contribute to and make a difference to the lives of people on a daily basis. More than ever, we need that sense of community to be sustained and enhanced to help us address the many imbalances and societal issues before us. The shared experience of being a graduate can give rise to future experiences that will enhance your life and the lives of others. I encourage you to seize those opportunities and to value them. I also encourage you to build on your educational achievement to date and to use this as a platform for continuing and lifelong learning, and moreover, for shaping the world of tomorrow. Together, our institutions place educational access at the heart of our missions. It is our role to ensure that anyone who has a passion or ability to learn should be enabled to do so. We will continue to make education accessible to all, and we will continue in our pursuits of equality, diversity, and inclusion. To end, as you know, having made it to this day, patience, determination, and hard work will always bring success, and you are now equipped with the skill set and tools to achieve further success and overcome challenges. You are also equipped with the skill set to help others overcome their challenges. That cannot be underestimated. I would like now to wish you all the very best in your continued education journey. Thank you very much and congratulations to you all.
I now call upon Professor Eugene Wall, President of Mary Immaculate College, to make his conferring address.
Vice President Research of the University, Professor Nora Lee Kennedy, Deputy Chairperson of the Trustees and member of Antúdaras, and Deputy Chairperson of Antúdaras Rila as well, Dr. Anya Lawler, Trustee Sean Burke, faculty members, members of Antúdaras Rila, faculty members and professional services staff, and our distinguished guests, Dorothy McGinley, who joins us again. Dorothy was here a couple of weeks ago. We were deciding on the award for the Aisling Murphy Scholarship, and it's jointly awarded by the INTO and ourselves, and Dorothy was here for that. George O'Callaghan is here, and George is the Chief Executive of the Limerick Clare Education and Training Board. And we're delighted also to have Pádraig Clarkin here, who's the CEO of the Irish Primary Principals Network. Families and friends of the graduands of the class of 2023, and most especially the graduands themselves, and I'm aware there are plenty of people watching online. Farum fair Queen Fáilteoirí Villig, go dtí Searmanas Brunta an Léoniu, as mór gom vor golúdar an law speisialta seo dar with Maclean. So good morning everyone, and a very warm welcome to you all. This morning we have graduates from 12 different programs in the Faculty of Education, from undergraduate level up to and including doctoral level. Indeed, over these 2 days of conferring ceremonies, we'll have 26 PhD candidates with doctorate, and we'll be presenting them with doctoral degrees, and 4 of them are here sitting in the front row this morning. I'd like to re-echo what previous speakers have said and extend sincere and well-deserved congratulations to the class of 2023 for their superb accomplishments. Most of you enrolled in the college in the months preceding the onset of the COVID pandemic, and your studies were disrupted to a greater extent than any other group. And notwithstanding this, notwithstanding the formidable challenges that you faced, you prevailed. You trod a lonelier and more isolated path in very difficult circumstances. And in saluting your commendable achievements, I'd like to pay tribute to those among your family and friends who supported you and encouraged you, especially during the arduous first year of the pandemic, with all its uncertainties and all its anxieties. Those people are rightly entitled to bask in the reflected glory of your success here this morning and beyond, and I would invite you to turn around now and to express your appreciation to them. My God, that's awfully half-hearted. Could you ever do a better job than that? Okay. So now, having got you started, I also wish on your behalf to thank the Mary Immaculate College staff members from the academic faculties and the professional services department who've worked with you over these past number of years to help you arrive at this happy day. Their dedication and expertise has helped transform you into the skilled, competent, aware individuals that you are today. And maybe you could show your appreciation to them as well, please. I particularly want to thank the Vice President Research of the University, Professor Kennedy, for her presence with us at the conferring ceremony. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to say how much we value our relationship with the university, which now extends back over 30 years at this particular stage. As Dr. Lawler's already said, there have been momentous developments in the college over the past 30 years, ever since we joined the University of Limerick. We've grown from a college which at that stage had 297 students to a college that now has in excess of 3,000 programmes. We've gone from one and occasionally two programmes back in those days to the point now where we have a countless number of programmes, but certainly it's in the dozens at this stage. And part of that growth has been certainly accommodated by our relationship with the University of Limerick, and we are in advanced talks, as many of you will know, with the University of Limerick to bring about a closer structural relationship with the university, and we are hoping that positive developments on that front are imminent. For their contribution to today's ceremony, I want also to thank the mace bearer of the University of Limerick, John O'Neill, who's sitting over there. Give him a wave, John. That's it. And Mary Darmody, who's our sign interpreter there. Just about 50 years ago, I began studying psychology, philosophy, and English literature in UCD. I'd lofty aspirations at the time to become a mind reader, which I was naively convinced would be the wondrous outcome of becoming a psychologist. A few weeks ago, I heard Dr. Tony Bates, who was a classmate of mine at the time, and he subsequently became one of Ireland's leading clinical psychologists, explain to Brendan O'Connor on the RTE, on his RTE Radio 1 show, how he gravitated towards psychology to enable him to overcome and grapple with some of his psychological demons. I suspect, knowing the composition of that class, that he wasn't alone in that regard. The area of the psychology program that held the greatest interest for me was child and adolescent development. And I was particularly captivated by one topic, which was the psychology of achievement motivation. What are the characteristics of individuals who consistently demonstrate strong strivings to achieve excellence in any endeavour, for example in sport, music, education or business? And as time moved on, I was intrigued to understand if and how parents contributed to the development of high achievement motivation. Like many anxious parents, I was eager to know whether certain parenting practices are associated not only with achievement motivation, but also with other favourable psychological outcomes. Well, the short answer is they certainly are. That will hardly come as news to you. And as research in the field evolved and as understanding of human motivation gained depth, it was belatedly recognised that not only your immediate family and peer groups influence your motivational dynamics, but the broader culture in which you're immersed powerfully shape the direction and the strength of your motivation. After all, growing up in Ireland is a very different experience from growing up in the United States or China. Growing up in Limerick City is a different experience from growing up in a rural part of County Mayo. And it would be surprising if each of those different experiences didn't leave its own unique imprint on motivation. Because put in the simplest terms, the starting point of understanding your motivation is understanding the values that you hold. It's your values that drive your motivation. So figuring out where your values came from, especially your strong values, shines a light on your motivation. Quite commonly, people growing up in the same place share similar experiences, producing commonalities in values and outlook. Equally, growing up in the 1970s was a vastly different experience to growing up in the early years of this century when many of you grew up. In recent years, there's been an increasing recognition of the ways in which the experiences, the shared experiences of a generation can shape your way of looking at the world, influence your beliefs, and form your motivation. So it's legitimate to inquire how the experience of growing up in a particular time and in a particular culture can affect your motivation including your need for success and your need for achievement. Fintan O'Toole, the Irish Times columnist and author, is a contemporary of mine. And his account of growing up in Dublin in the 1960s and 1970s in his book, We Don't Know Ourselves, was an absorbing read for me. Some of Bono's published recollections of his upbringing in Dublin around the same time recall an era when many parents sought to ensure that their children didn't grow up with feelings of being overly self-important or being full of themselves. And parenting was about very much ensuring that you knock those attitudes out of children, not literally, I hasten to add. So let's ask then, what are the forces that are moulding the current generation of young people? Most of our graduates here this morning were born between the mid-1990s and the mid-2010s, the so-called Generation Z or Gen Z. Now, questionable stereotypes abound on the internet about several different generational cohorts. For example, the baby boomers of the post-war generation, that's my crowd. Generation X, which was born between 1965 and 1980. The millennials, and I'm sure there's some of you here, and it's self-explanatory, and Gen Z. Now, while recognising that these stereotypes are broad generalisations, it is possible nonetheless to identify for each generational group common threads and similar influences that impacted them. For example, if you're a member of Gen Z, the Ireland that you grew up in went through successive periods of economic boom, bust and boom again from 1996 until now. Irish society became distinctly more secular during those years, creating a decidedly different culture and climate in which children acquired their values, their beliefs and their attitudes. The cultural experiences of your youth will have shaped the music you like, the sport you like or dislike, and the TV, films and other media forms that interest you. You're the first generation to grow up entirely in the internet age with smartphones, and most likely you have a consuming interest in social media, judging from the amount of time that you and indeed all of us spend on our mobile phones. There's plenty of evidence to that. You've grown up in a society that's more inclusive and more tolerant, and it's likely that's reflected in your values. Indeed, even in societies that are not so tolerant and accepting, people of your generation are more embracing of diversity by and large. You're the best educated generation that this country has ever seen. All the trustworthy indicators indicate that you're living in a country that's significantly more prosperous than it's been, and unemployment here, hovering at 4%, is at record low levels. On the other hand, I'm sure that you're acutely aware that there are several major domestic and global challenges that must be confronted. And there may be others that have yet to manifest themselves. As I was writing this address, I was aware that if I had been talking to you 4 years ago, there would have been no mention of a looming catastrophic pandemic. That would have been unthinkable. The appalling military conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East would still have been in the future. Political extremism and xenophobia were prevalent in many parts of the world, but they didn't seem to pose much of a threat in Ireland. There was less awareness of the urgency at that stage of addressing issues of climate sustainability and biodiversity then than there is now. And in Ireland, the housing crisis has worsened significantly over the past number of years, as Father Peter McVerry reminded us when he was here receiving an award from the President of Ireland last December. As we look forward, accelerating technological progress in the broad field of artificial intelligence, or generative AI as it's more widely known now, it's going to lead to remarkable changes in the years ahead in the fields of healthcare, education, transport, manufacturing and finance. Now, hopefully, most of these changes will be benign and enrich the quality of living, and that's an issue I'll be addressing in my graduation speech this afternoon. But already, warnings are being sounded about potentially serious downsides. Digital media and social media are wonderful assets in the modern world, as we already know. They can inform, they can enlighten, they can entertain, and they enhance our communication with others, but they're double-edged swords. Digital and social media have indisputably facilitated the spread of intolerance, cynicism, bullying, cyber hatred, demagoguery, xenophobia, political polarisation, extremism and conspiracy theories. Social media has indisputably contributed to the rise in the incidence of a host of psychological problems such as anxiety, depression, feelings of personal inadequacy, loneliness, and possibly an increase in the rates of suicide, especially amongst younger people. We need to find and to do a better job at protecting young people in our society from the harmful effects of digital and social media. And that's a challenge that lies ahead for us. I know the European Union is looking at that, and already there's talk about, for example, the banning of phones. It was even on the phones, on the radio this morning, the banning of phones in schools. Now, the pandemic has demonstrated that despite once being unfavourably labelled snowflakes, Gen Z are actually resilient, although the incidence of mental health and well-being issues has risen sharply during and since the pandemic. For many people, the experience of living through the pandemic triggered a re-evaluation of their perspectives, what's important in life. We're back to values again. Work-life balance, personal relationships and mental health and well-being were among the values that assumed greater importance. The Harvard study of adult development, which began back in 1938, has identified several key insights into what makes a fulfilling and a happy life. Not surprisingly, it finds that strong social connections, emotional health and adaptability are key to well-being and a fulfilling life. And to return to where I started, a fulfilling career and high achievement can certainly contribute to happiness. But, and the evidence is clear on this, the quality of personal relationships has a more significant impact on life satisfaction. One of the realizations that I developed over the years in studying achievement, motivation and perfectionism is captured in the following quote from Abraham Heschel. When I was young, I admired clever people. Now that I'm older, I admire kind people. As I conclude, I want to pose a question to each of our graduates. In fact, let the late Robin Williams pose the question to you. In the film Dead Poets Society, he played the part of an exuberant teacher of English, John Keating, who inspires his late adolescent male students to a love of poetry through his unconventional and his impassioned teaching style. In one memorable scene, he draws the students into almost a hushed huddle in the centre of the classroom, and he recites some lines from Walt Whitman's poem, "O Me, O Life." Now, the early lines of that poem are very bleak, and the poem dwells on the seeming meaninglessness of life. And I'll quote from the first three lines. I won't quote the whole poem, just the first three lines. "O me, O life, the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, what good among these, O me, O life?" And in the final line, Whitman, via Keating, supplies the answer. That you're here, that life exists an identity, that the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse, to which Keating solemnly asks his students, what will your part be? So whatever your part may be, and as educators, you have a vitally important part. And wherever life takes you, let me, on behalf of your alma mater, wish you all the best in your life and in your career today and in the future. Go dugad í a gachrach agus banartíh bhur tros síl, tá súla go méid lá deas a goibh, go raibh míle mai a goibh go léir.
I call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Education, Professor Emer Ring, to present the candidates for the conferring of undergraduate and postgraduate awards in education.
The Academic Council of the University has been satisfied that the following candidates are worthy to be conferred with undergraduate and postgraduate awards. Therefore, I present the candidates and request you to confer the awards on them.
Okay, so our first programme this morning is the Bachelor of Education programme. And our first candidate, or first graduate to receive his award is Shane Anderson. Dara Byrne. Anya Bennis. Lisa Bergen. Laura Burke. Lisa Boyle. Gemma Brady. Aoife Brennan. Moira Brennan. Orla Brogan. Roisin Brosnan. Deanna Brown. Aoife Buckley. Eve Buckley. Katie Buckley. Mary Buckley. Ciara Buckner. Patrick Buckler. Tara Butler. Aileen Byrne. Kieran Byrne. Maeve Byron. Emily Cahill. Sarah Cahill. Brian Campbell. Stephanie Cannon. Niamh Carey. Owen Carpenter. Aisling Carroll. Maeve Carroll. Aoife Casey. Nicole Checkle. Emma Christie. Eva Clark. Kezia Cleary. Anna Clifford. Michelle Clifford. Saoirse Clifford. Turna Coakley. Emer Colbert. Grace Colleran. Roisin Colleran. Ben Collins. Molly Connaughton. Ria Kennelly. Anya Conroy. Alana Conroy. Evan Cook. Eva Corcoran. Niamh Coughlin. Niamh Kramer. Heidi Crean. Alison Cronin. Katie Crow. Aoife Crowley. Amy Cullen. Ciarán Culnan. Eve Cullinan. Gerard Cummins. Ava Cunningham. Grania Cunningham. Katie Cunningham. Jack Curtin. Romany Curtis. Patrick Darcy. Alana Dalton. Maeve Daly. Oisin Daly. Killian Davern. Rebecca Delahunty. Daniel Delaney. Ellen Delaney. Liam Delaney. David Deneen. Niamh Deneen. Caitlin Donnelly. Andrea Dorr. Sarah Dower. Cathal Doyle. Margaret Doyle. Maeve Duffy. Caitlin Duggan. John Dignan. Cathal DeLay. Rachel Dunphy. Alexandra Dwyer. Katie Dwyer. Fiona Fahy. Kate Fahy. Nessa Fahy. Emer Feely. Laura Feeney. Mary Kate Fahan. Anya Finn. Ellen Finn. Owen Finnegan. Anya Fitzgerald. Kona Fitzgerald. Grace Fitzgerald. Rachel Fitzgerald. Michael Fitzgibbon. Emma Fitzsimmons. Ashley Flaherty. Cueva Flannery. Niamh Flannery. Alana Flynn. Owen Flynn. Aoife Foley. Colin Foley. Marie Ford. Owen Foodie. Aoife Furlong. Clodagh Gallagher. Lucy Galvin. Amy Gannon. Caoimhe Gary. Aoife Gavin. Alva Geraghty. Sinead Giles. Anne-Marie Gillard. Maeve Gilmartin. Aisling Gleeson. Anna Gleeson. Katie Gleeson. Lana Gorey. Aisling Goulding. Martha Govias. Ciara Grace. Caoimhe Graham. It's Caoimhe Graham. Well done, Caoimhe. Cogordicus. Owen Guilfoyle. Deirdre Guiney. Robin Hackett. Niamh Halligan Downey. William Halpin. James Hannafin. Naomi Hannon. Erica Hanrahan. Amy Harnett. Abigail Harrington. Niamh Harris. Eve Hastings. Alison Hayes. Shauna Hayes. Cleona Healy. Ruth Heavey. Katie Heelan. Rebecca Heinhold. Coylin Hennessy. Aisling Herlihy. Ciara Hibbett. Amy Hickey. Aoife Hickey. Dennis Hickey. Niall Higginbotham. Ciara Higgins. Liam Horkin. Oriel Hosford. Claire Houlihan. Sarah Howlett. Anya Howley. Max Huggard. Aoife Highland Conlon. Sarah James. Sarah Kate Jones. Ava Joyce. Adam Kavanagh. Chloe Kavanagh. Ione Keane. Kevin Keane. Eleanor Carney. Sinead Keegan. Kathleen Keenan. Hannah Keenan. Conal Kelleher. Ava Kelly. David Kelly. Blauheen Kennedy. Ciara Kennedy. David Kenny. Emma Kenny. Niamh Kenny. Sarah Jo Kenny. Sarah Kent. Fiona Kingston. Eva Lavin. Shane Lawless. Enya Leahy. Sinead Ledwith. Brina Lee. Aisling Lenihan. Alexandrina Levici. Mary Lenihan. Paul Lenihan. Niamh Long. Aisling Lowe. Cara Lynch. Deirdre Lynch. Jack Lynch. Rachel Lynch. Leona Lyons. Ella McNamara. Niamh McGill. Bill Maher. Owen Maher. Ciara Mahan. Laura Mannion. Michaela Martin. Alva Martin. Jarlath Mahan. Nicole McAndrew. Jean McAuliffe. Donal McCabe, Rachel McGowan, Aoife Marie Murphy, Tomás O'Duván, Sarah O'Donoghue, Cian O'Muelishta, Laura Power, Elizabeth Russell, Mary Salmon, and Laura Williams. Whew. Can we have a big round of applause for our new Bachelor of Education graduates today? Cárgordacha Ella Galer. Now, our next programme is the Professional Master of Education, Primary Teaching, and our first graduate this morning is Alice Bedans. Kate Boland. Katie Burke. Katie Brophy. Rebecca Buckley. Kate Kerr. Emma Canning. Stephanie Maureen Cannon. Ellen Marie Carey. Leona Carr. Leona? Okay. Shanley Clancy Malloy. Ruan Clerkin. Keelan Conway. Nicole Curran. Iseult Roisin Daly. Shay Daly. Vivian Doyle. Aoife Egan. Maeve Fahy. Mary Feeney. Laura Fennelly. Garode Fleming. Clodagh Flood. Mairead Gannon. Orla Gavin. Brian Glennon. Ciara Harney. Aoife Hassett. Declan Hennessy. Alice Elizabeth Hutchinson. Kate Marie Carney. Niamh Kent. Rachel Marie Keogh. Alan Cornelius Kiley. Ellen Malone. Laura Mannion. Ciarán Martin. Susan Mason. Victoria McNamara. Jacinta Meany. Aoife Moran. Siobhan Ann Morrissey. Alana Nora Margaret Mulligan. Anna Murta. Cuiva May Nickellicher. Fodla Nicfodin. Ryan Nugent. Orla Marie Nyan. Michelle O'Connor. Connor O'Donovan. Joseph O'Donovan. Noreen O'Farrell. Fiona O'Rourke. Holly O'Shea. Lily Scott. Niamh Mairead Sheehan. Aoife Smith. Mary Bernadette Stack. Rachel Walsh. Shauna Walsh. And Bronwyn Williams. Big round of applause for all our PME graduates today. Well done, well done. Postgraduate Diploma in Education Studies. This programme is conferred in absentia. Tastas Synidicus Lán Gaeilge agus Gaeltachta. This programme is conferred in absentia. So we now move on to our Diploma I'r Chéime Synidicus agus Synidicus Lán Gaeilge agus Gaeltachta, and we begin with our first graduate this morning, which is Niamh Ní Gúil. Onra ní Unrachtan. Sinead Nick Stefan. No, in absentia. So we move on now to the Máisteach Synidachas Lán Gaeilge agus Gaeltachta, and our first graduate on this programme is Roisin Keneally. Duran de Burka. Sarah Geary. Gerard McGinley. Eleanor McGrath Corrie. Sarah Murray. Emer Nelligan. Fanula Ní Carthig. Aoife Ní Céalachair. Iseult Ní Cruthóir. Iseult is actually the daughter of our Dean of Education, Professor Emer Ring. So it's a big moment, and all the family are here. Cogardachas Iseult. And our next graduate is Aisling Ní Conghaile. Cinna ní Gúil. Katrina ní Éanacháin. Móra ní Bhíocháin. Sheila ní Sibhna. Dervla ní Conowna. Orla ní Cohen. Bernard O'Cahill. Dahi O'Canada. Ronan O'Murray. Nicholas O'Carroll. Aileen O'Leary. Fiona Iluanig. Now, our next programme this morning is the Graduate Certificate in Academic Practice, and our first graduate is Rosemary Martin. Lisa O'Sullivan. Well done, Lisa. And Maria Varvarigo. So our next programme is the Master of Education in Leadership of Wellbeing in Education, and our first graduate this morning is Sarah Ferguson. Dervla Kearns. And Brona McGeary. Graduate Diploma in Music Education. This programme is conferred in absentia. Our next programme is Masters of Education in Music Education, and the first candidate is Elaine Clark. Aisling Enright. Laura Howes. Congratulations, Laura. Well done. Sarah O'Kennedy. Keith O'Loughlin. And Annette Patterson. Professor Emer Ring, Dean of Education, Dean of the Faculty of Education, will now present the candidates for the doctoral degrees by research and thesis.
Vice President, the Academic Council of the University has been satisfied that the following candidates are worthy to be conferred with doctoral degrees by research and thesis in education. Therefore, I present the candidates and request you to confer the awards on them.
So the doctoral candidates will be presented with their caps by their supervisors. The doctoral candidates will then be presented with their parchments by the Vice President for Research of the University of Limerick, Professor Norley Kennedy. So we begin this morning with our first doctoral candidate, which is Dr. Cillian Brennan, who has successfully undertaken a programme of study and research under the joint supervision of Dr. Richard Bowles, MIC, and Professor Elaine Murta, UL. The title of the thesis is The Best of Both Worlds, Exploring the Socialisation of Physical Education Specialism Graduates as Generalist Teachers with Expertise in Physical Education. Dr. Cillian Brennan will now be presented with his cap by Dr. Richard Bowles. Come. And he'll be presented with his parchment by Professor Kennedy. Well done. Dr. Marie Dervin has successfully undertaken a programme of study and research under the joint supervision of Dr. Margaret Egan and Professor Emer Ring, MIC. The title of the thesis is Teachers' Perspectives on Effective Evidence-Based Practices that Support Social Communication Competency for Young Autistic Children in Irish Primary Schools. Dr. Maria Dervin will now be presented with her cap by Dr. Margaret Egan. Up you come, Marie. Well done. Dr. Dervin is a member of staff here at MIC, so special moment. And she'll now be presented with her parchment by Professor Kennedy. Well done. Dr. Adele Fahy has successfully undertaken a programme of study and research under the supervision of Dr. Alva Kenny, MIC. The title of the thesis is Igniting a Spark, an investigation into how an Irish arts partnership can support primary teachers in their teaching of arts education. Dr. Adele Fahy will now be presented with her cap by Dr. Alva Kenny. And she'll receive her parchment from Professor Kennedy. Well done, everyone. Bhuain Dr. Sarah ní Ghnín chlárstad agus taide amach go ráthol faoi chumstúr an Dr. TJ O'Callagh choláiste na Hallscoil a Corcaigh agus Dr. Silva ní Gáin choláiste Uire gan Small. Is é tedal a tráchtais an tagas or bhonatha trí bha na muntanga in nucha criticúil credicúntaí hiscintaí agus chleachtas an bhúntóra ach na míocht de bhaile sin iarmhón scoil a gailteachta. Bronig Dr. TJ O'Callagh a chapín Dr. Sarah ní Ghnín anish. Cógáirdeachas Sarah. Wide lens for this one, I think. Well done, everyone. I now have the great pleasure in introducing our special awards. The first award this morning is the College Gold Medal on the Professional Master of Education Primary Teaching Programme. This gold medal is awarded to the graduate who achieved first place on the Professional Master of Education Primary Teaching Programme. The President of MIC, Professor Eugene Wall, will present this medal to this year's winner, who is Victoria McNamara. Well done, Victoria. Smile for the camera. Well done. We now move on to our next awards, which are the Diocese of Limerick Medals. These gold medals are awarded to the graduates who achieved first place on the Certificate in Religious Education, on the Bachelor of Education and Professional Master of Education Primary Teaching Programmes. I call upon Dr. Áine Lawler, Deputy Chairperson of the Trustees and of the Governing Authority of MIC, to present these medals. And the first awardee this morning, the recipient on the Bachelor of Education programme, is Ruth Heavey. Well done, Ruth. The recipient of the Diocese of Limerick Medal from the Professional Master of Education Primary Teaching Programme is Ellen Malone. Congratulations, Ellen. Well done. Our next award is the Peadar Cremen Fellowship. This fellowship is awarded by the college in memory of the late Professor Peadar Cremen, President of Mary Immaculate College from 1999 until 2011. The prize is presented to the graduate who achieved first place in education research and the dissertation in the Bachelor of Education programme. I welcome Ms. Ciara Ifágin, Peadar's daughter, to now present this prize, and the recipient this year is Cleana Healy. Smile for the camera. Our next award is the Bowen Vera Foster. This is presented by the Irish National Teachers Organisation, the INTO, to the graduate who is awarded first place in curriculum education modules. There are separate awards for the Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Education and Psychology, and the Professional Master of Education Primary Teaching Programmes. I now call upon Ms. Dorothy McGinley, President of the INTO, to present this medal, and the recipient on the Professional Master of Education Primary Teaching Programme is Shauna Walsh. Congratulations, Shauna. As our ceremony draws to a close, I would like to extend my gratitude to everybody involved in today's event. As you can imagine, putting together an event like today takes absolutely weeks of work, and it's impossible to name everybody involved, but as VPAA, I would like to extend my appreciation to staff in the following areas: Buildings and Estates, ICT Services, the President's Office, Strategic Communications and Marketing, Student Academic Administration, MISU, our Students' Union, our signer Mary Dermody, John O'Neill, of course, the mace bearer from the University of Limerick. We're truly delighted to be part of your special day. I hope you get to savour every minute with your friends and family. It's been a long road to get here, but it's great to get to the finish line. It's a pleasure for us to be involved and witness how hard you've all worked to get to today. Buíochas ó Críoh go léir. I'd ask you all now to stand for the national anthem. Once it's complete, the academic staff will process out, followed by our new graduates, and as I mentioned earlier, if everyone else could stay put, and then we'll exit the room in an orderly fashion. Thanks very much, and listen, I hope you all have an absolutely fabulous day. Well done.
Thank you.